This is What's Up With, the Divergent edition, and today we are breaking down the 7 things that newbies out there need to know before they head out to see the movie adaptation of the wildly popular book by the same name.
I love that.
Yes, but you guys be sure to watch until the end because we have a special bonus for you all, some insider info from 2 of the cast members.
All right, so right now we're gonna jump right in with number 7. The lead characters in the movie are Tris, which is short for Beatrice, and 4. Tris is played by former Secret Life of the American Teenager star Shailene Woodley, and 4 is played by Hollywood newcomer Theo James. And no, his name is not really 4, but you guys will get more on why he's changed his name later on.
So Tris and 4 are about to become the hottest new on-screen duo, and believe us guys when we say that their relationship is totally different than any other big franchise couples out there like Bella and Edward or Katniss and Peeta. And this is primarily because unlike Twilight and the Hunger Games, there's no love triangle in Divergent. It's just Tris and 4, but don't get it twisted, people. Things are still majorly complicated between them.
Totally. We don't want to give away too much,
No,
we'll just keep it at that. So now we're going to move on to number 6. It's all about the factions. Long story short, the movie takes place in a futuristic dystopian Chicago, my hometown, where everyone is divided into 5 different factions.
There are Dauntless, the brave,
Candor, the honest,
Abnegation, the selfless,
Amity, the peaceful,
and Erudite, the intelligent. And people are placed in these factions based on an aptitude test that they take when they're 16. We're gonna get to that later. But first, at number 5, you're probably wondering, why is this movie even called Divergent?
Yes, indeed! Well, guys, Divergent essentially refers to peoples whose aptitude tests come back as inconclusive, meaning if you don't fit perfectly into one group, because you're supposed to, and you actually display different personality traits, you're divergent, which, my friends, is definitely not a good or safe thing in this series.
Not at all. And Tris learns that she's divergent after her test, but she's forced to keep it a secret to stay safe. So she chooses Dauntless. She leaves her family, who FYI are Abnegation.
Yes.
And that is where she meets super hottie of the universe and futuristic dystopian Chicago.
Yes.
4.
Yes, so about 4, let's address why he changed his name. And to do that, we're gonna have to talk about the aptitude test a little bit more, which is at number 4 on our countdown. So during the test, the 16-year-olds ingest a serum that makes them go through a simulation that puts them in a series of different situations, some of which can be incredibly frightening.
And during 4's test, we learn that he's afraid of, you might have guessed it, 4 things. And also, a heads up, his real name before the test was, or is, depending on how you want to look at it, Tobias Eaton. All right, coming in at number 3 on our list is the cast, who we're going to give you guys a quick rundown on.
Amazing cast. So we already filled you guys in on who is playing Tris and who is playing 4, but you'll also be seeing Ansel Elgort as Caleb Pryor, Tris's brother.
Ashley Judd and Tony Goldwyn as Tris's parents, Natalie and Andrew Pryor.
Then joining Tris and 4 in the Dauntless faction, we'll see Miles Teller as Peter.
Jay Courtney as Eric.
Zoe Kravitz as Christina, who is basically Tris's new best friend.
Maggie Q as Tori, who becomes sort of like a mentor to Tris.
Christian Madsen as Al.
Ben Lloyd Hughes as Will.
Amy Newbold as Molly.
And the incredible Kate Winslet as Janine Matthews, who is quite the antagonist, if I do say so myself.
Yes. Obviously a hugely talented ensemble cast for this one. And many of the casts we just listed off will be initiates in Divergent.
Which brings us to the ever important initiation, which is taking our number 2 spot. So after undergoing the aptitude test and choosing a faction, people then have to go through an initiation. And if they fail the initiation, it's actually pretty tragic. They're forced to live a factionless life.
Which in the book is described as, quote, worse than death. We won't give away the details of Tris's initiation, but we'll tell you that it's really amazing and quite scary. But hello, the Dauntless are all about bravery, so it's kind of to be expected.
True that. And with that, my friends, we've arrived at our number 1 thing you absolutely have to know before seeing Divergent. We have 2 words for you. Ferris Wheel.
So we don't want to give away any of the info on this, but the most highly anticipated scene in the movie includes a Ferris wheel and perhaps some romance.
Ooh.
So you guys just be on the lookout when you watch the movie. I know I will.
I am so excited about this scene and the whole movie, which hits theaters on March 21st. But before we go, like we mentioned earlier, we do have a quick surprise for you. We just caught up with Ansel Englert and Zoe Kravitz, who gave us some scoop on how the book is going to be different from the movie.
Ooh, I'm a book nerd.
I loved watching the movie. I think more than I liked reading the book. Just, it's so nice to see the factions and to see the costumes and to see the world, and the visuals are so spectacular. In the book, it's up to your imagination, but it's so nice. They did such a good job making it real.
I think it's more about just like the visual of everything, like the action is really like the big difference, you know? It's like, I mean, we all have imagination, so you can imagine what's going on, but I think Neil did a really incredible job with the action stuff. It's like, it blew me away.
Okay, so based on that, I'm dying to see the movie even more, and I just really want to see these visuals come to life. Like, are they going to match what we've imagined in our brains after reading the book series?
Well, it sounds like it's going to be even better, and I know that you and I love this book, read the entire trilogy.
Yes.
It's incredible, so again, I just can't wait to see this film. Just to remind you guys, the movie hits theaters on March 21st. And if you guys think maybe we missed a piece of must-know info for all the Divergent newbies out there, hit us up, fill us in the comment section.
And don't spoil anything.
No,
Remember,
please
we want
don't.
this to be a fun process for everyone.
Oh, so excited.
And you guys, click here to check out our exclusive interviews with the entire cast from Comic-Con, Shailene Woodley, Theo James, and more.